Welcome to another episode of the Independent Hustle Podcast. I am your host, Tony.
And I'm Terry.
So today, I got up, and I actually was hearing about and I read about the whole Antonio Brown incident. I know it's like, it happened, about 3 days ago, something like that?
Yeah, so it was about 2-3 days ago. I had to read into it also. I stopped supporting the NFL a while ago due to the Colin Kaepernick situation. Mm-hmm. But Antonio Brown is a star within the NFL at the moment.
Yeah.
He has been accused of rape by his personal trainer.
Damn. And that just happened when he signed with the Patriots, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
How you feel about that?
2 weeks after signing.
How you feel about that?
Oh, so I had to read more into this, right? Yeah. So this man, the way he went into leaving his original team and how he got released, mm-hmm. I find it very strange that this just suddenly surfaced. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've been sexually assaulted or raped, there is not a timeline or a time limit when you should come up and be like, this has happened to me.
Right.
But this whole him leaving his team and all of a sudden this just pop up is wrong. If he did it, I hope he get convicted. But this popping up out of nowhere was kind of
because he signed what like a 1 year $15 million with the Patriots.
It's a lot of money.
And then he had like a $9 million signing bonus, something like that. So it is kind of strange to hear about him, like his trainer actually speaking out now.
And it's actual pictures of them, I'm gonna have to say, cuddled up. Which is kind of, you could find.
She was getting married.
Crazy.
She was getting married. What I've read, I don't know if I read wrong, but I did read like she was getting married or something like that. That's why she couldn't really comment on the situation at the moment that they were looking for, like, her to comment. So now with the whole scenario of him being, that his trainer actually coming out and speaking out, there is a movement called the Me Too movement. All right. And I pulled it up on my phone because I don't want to miss anything and I don't want to misquote anything. Now, it does say that this Me Too movement is basically for any sexual assaulted victims or anybody who's been victims of any type of sexual harassment or assault or whatever. And it was founded in 2006, but it went on air, like it went viral in 2017 because of the whole, that producer, what was his name? Weinstein?
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, so it came out into fruition at that time because one of the actors who came out and spoke out was using it as a hashtag of like Me Too. And from there, it just skyrocketed. So that Me Too movement was, it's big and it plays a big role in like today's time, especially for all those victims, all those people who went through that situation. So have you read about anything about the Me Too movement?
Not a whole lot into it besides what has surfaced between people like Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein,
right,
and Antonio Brown. Cases going on at this moment now.
How much of an impact do you think this type of movement or any type of movement that are looking into helping victims? What's the impact do you think that it has?
The impact that it has right now at this moment, which a lot of people is getting confused. So it's no secret that Antonio Brown just been dropped from that team.
Right.
So my input on that, I'm going to say it again, if he did it, he deserved it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people who are afraid to step up and say anything about this situation.
Right.
You have a lot of people in general who go about their everyday lives hurting within fear. if this may happen again. So this right here, the Me Too movement, is actually giving them a voice. It's a voice that a lot of them who don't have. So I think it's great.
And now, when it comes to people being victimized or targeted, people who've been raped, well, there's a stat there that's talking about men being raped too, because it's not only women who are victimized and who are targeted, it's also males.
Yeah, one out of 10. But the strange thing about the 1 out of 10, you have to include those who don't say anything, which is difficult to do.
Yeah.
Because for a male to be raped, for instance, that hurts that person's manhood. He will be looked at differently.
Yeah.
And then also, it's a lot of these cases of teachers within these schools sleeping with young men.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all, well, some of us may look at, you know, saying, if that was me, I'd enjoy it. You know, because my teacher looked like a Loch Ness monster or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we normalize that situation, but at the same time, this little boy could possibly be scarred for life.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a situation back in my high school. Actually, that was after I graduated. There was a teacher who actually was having sexual intercourse, you know, having sex with a 15-year-old in the school. You know, I guess the little girl or the girl, she decided to flirt with the teacher. Sometimes temptation. the person looks at it like, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get away with it. But it ended up that I don't know how the parents found out, but they went ahead and called the cops. He got in trouble, of course. He went to jail. Now he's a child predator, is what they call it, right?
Yeah.
They label you that, and it's kind of hard because he was a teacher. Everybody liked this dude, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that happened, and now his whole life is basically ruined.
So what I find fascinating is that you do have people out there who do lie.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, and when that person lies, it destroys their person's whole image.
Yeah.
For time to come.
Yeah.
So approximately 8 out of 10 people are sexually assaulted are committed by somebody that they know, which is I think is just crazy.
Yeah.
Because someone that I wouldn't say that somebody that you know, it's somebody that you thought you knew.
Right.
Like we're gonna use Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these women, quote unquote, said they came to Bill Cosby what condominium or wherever he's living at, and they was drugged. A lot of them say, you know, I thought he was a good man. That's the thing. You thought that he was. It's kind of difficult to determine who's a predator and who's not a predator. Some people make it known they're a predator, and some are just they there.
Because that whole Harvey Weinstein situation, right? Him, you know, touching on women, on the actresses, so they can have a lead role, whatnot.
He been accused by males.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I didn't see that. I just seen the whole women's side, but that was happening for years already. That wasn't like a 1-year thing or 2 months. That was years in the making. But what you think? Why you think they decided to open their mouth now?
Well, sometimes it only takes for one person to open up their mouth. It takes for one person to be that voice for everybody, and people feel more comfortable. But then also, you have to also pay attention to, I'm gonna have to be blunt, to the women and the guys who allowed it. Harvey Weinstein is a very powerful guy within the movie industry.
Yeah.
So if he did it the first time and you smiled, not saying you smiled and okay, yeah, I love this type of way, you know, I'm with this type of way.
Yeah.
But for those who smile and accept that and continues to come back for more, you okay them to do it to everybody else.
Yeah. And you know, there's probably like a lot of people out there who have been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed, whatever the case may be, that are scared to speak out. Now, why do you think those victims are just afraid of even saying one thing about that person or the incident?
Retaliation.
Do you think it would like ruin their image, or their
not only their image. We're cool, and we might be cool with another individual. So, for instance, a group of us, and we're going to use 2 males. So we're going away from the narrative that it's only women being sexually assaulted by men. It's also male on male, and it's also, you know, female on female. So we'll use 2 males. So we all went out to go drink, and one male sexually assaulted or just raped another one of our male friends. Now it's like, who do you believe? Who do you trust? You know what I'm saying? It's a pick and side type thing right now. Yeah. Do you really want to draw that rift right there, or tear everybody apart because you say, you know, such and such sexually assaulted me? It's gonna be like, man, you're a grown ass man. We're not about to believe you. So speaking out can be quite difficult for certain people. It can be very difficult.
See, I personally believe that if you're somehow gotten in a situation where you were sexually harassed or sexually assaulted, raped, whatever the case may be, you should open your mouth. And I know, like you said, it is difficult. Probably the victim might feel like, damn, my life just got ruined. But there's there's resources that you can fall back on that can help you throughout the whole process. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's not easy, but the whole, like the Me Too movement, that's a great resource right there. Those people are helping victims, you know, go through the whole process and try to help them. How you call that? Kind of, what's that word I'm trying to find? Help them get back up on their feet.
Yeah, help them understand.
Yeah, because
it's not their fault.
Yeah, and you know, like he was stating, there can be people out there that's probably close to you, even family members. It happens even, you know, in between families.
Yeah, children.
Yeah, and that's another big thing. Kids are targeted the most. Youth are targeted the most. Recently I seen and read this news, this dude who then he went free after raping like a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah, that happens often in America.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can where in your mind, what are you thinking about? You know, a 3-month?
Yeah, children and the elderly I preyed on the most.
And that's crazy, man. I know I can give a story on, I was in school, right? In high school. And there was this dude who, and this is the first time I speak on this, because I don't like speaking on certain private situations, certain things of my life. But I was coming from high school. I was going back to my grandma's house. And there was this car that I used to see a lot. This dude, it was a black male. He had like a Jeep, some type of Jeep or whatnot. And I never heard of anybody. I didn't even know that people be preying on kids. You know what I'm saying? But I was walking towards my grandma's house, and this car pulled up on side of me. And he was like, he said something like discussing things to me, right? And I looked at him. I was like, what the hell? So I pulled out my phone to call 911, and then I just seen him take off. I was like, damn, that's the first time, like, that's crazy.
What's amazing is that you can actually go on YouTube right now and you can type in, you know, predators, just grown men or women who prey on kids. You actually had video footage of cars pulling on the side of kids and trying to actually snatch them in the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
If the mom or dad was in the store not paying attention, they're trying to snatch a kid out of the store.
Quick. It happens.
So it say that every 92 seconds in America, not every 92 seconds in America is sexually assaulted. And every 9 minutes, that victim is a child.
That's crazy. That is crazy. And you know, like he stated, you see videos on that. But that's the thing. It's our responsibility to make sure we protect our kids and help them understand and show them that, yo, if you're in a position like that, you have to speak out, you have to talk. Because there's a lot of kids that don't talk, that they grow up with that scar in their heart because they never said anything.
But what's crazy is, man, okay, we teach a lot of our kids to respect adults.
Right.
No, yes, ma'am. No, sir. It's the polite thing to do, but at the same time, I think we also need to teach our kids how they say, if you want respect, you have to give respect. So
right.
Yes, you should respect the kid and know a child should not be into an adult conversation.
Or disrespect any adult. Yeah. But there's a limit, though. There's a limit. See, the whole respect thing comes with the whole showing respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're around my daughter and, you know, you say something like, oh, can you put this back? That's the respect. She does it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to somebody try to touch her in the wrong way, or try to, like, if she don't feel comfortable with somebody, speak out. To see, that's the line.
That right there is what makes it difficult, because we constantly teach our kids to respect adults. And that child might feel that is okay at that moment.
Right. Yeah.
Out of fear. I have an adult in front of me. I have a grown man or woman.
Or the adult itself will be like, if you speak, nobody's gonna believe you. That manipulation, you know. And there's a lot of people who has grown up or has, you know, spoke late.
You want to know what I found interesting was the Supreme Court judge. I think it is Brett Kavanaugh.
I don't know who he is.
If you get a chance, watch his hearing. His hearings are it's crazy. So he was accused of sexual misconduct while he was in college numerous of times. While he was testifying under oath, he was getting angry.
The judge himself.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't a judge at that time. He was going to be the judge, but he is a judge at this time right now, at this moment. My biggest thing with that you can accuse me of something all day, every day. Everybody is different. But me personally, I am not about to blow up on live television and act the ass on live television.
Well, they were trying to get, like, the truth out of him?
They was asking him questions.
About the whole scenario situation?
Yes. I can't remember his name. I think it was like Blackout Kev. He drinks so heavy towards the point he'd just black out.
Damn.
So it's been women who have accused him of him groping or sexually assaulting him. But what I'm getting at with that is that I find it strange that here within America, and it's possibly all over the world, that not only the guys were okaying, but during the whole time this situation was going on, women was okaying this too. Because you can read articles of women saying, well, at that time, he was just a boy. And you know, boys would be boys.
It's like that dude from the USC college. I think, if I'm mistaken, that was a college that he raped one of the girls. And he went into court, but he went free. Because they were saying, oh, he was just a kid, whatever.
How long was that? Like
it wasn't too long ago, actually.
Like, yeah, okay. I can't remember the college either, but he raped her behind a dumpster.
Right.
He was actually found by two other guys, and they pulled him off of him, and he ran away.
Yeah.
And like you said, this kid should have been facing hard time, because you was caught in the act, which is amazing. Definitely. You was caught in the act, and then the judge said that he has his whole life ahead of him. Which is
you think he got paid off?
The judge?
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Or either that, or because, you know, not to bring them, you know, all together, but there's a lot of times that the parents might know somebody, right? Or they might went to school together. They might join the same fraternity or whatnot. So they're okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And they hook each other up. I think that could have been the case. He could have got paid off. They probably knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Certain situation that can happen.
But when you say that this individual had his whole life ahead of him,
yeah,
he just potentially ruined the victim's life.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because she got to live with that. She got to live with that
PTSD.
Yeah. And then that's when the whole "I don't trust males" happens. Like, I don't trust nobody happens. That's when the suicidal thoughts comes into mind. You know what I'm saying? So if you know somebody who's been victimized or has gone through that situation, you have to at least talk and help that person out, because that's no joke. That is no joke. I mean, I know people. I know people who gone through it, and it's not a good image. It's not a good thought. Of, you know what I'm talking about. It's just people get scarred. You know what I mean? The victims really, they get scarred for life. This is not something that you can heal through time. Like, I feel like this is something that's not, you can't heal. You just can't heal that. I'm saying once you are victimized, that's it. That's a life thing. And certain people, there's situations where the victims had killed themselves because the females either got pregnant because of the rape.
That's another thing we facing right now here in America. Right now with the abortion.
Yeah. So I think in Alabama, I think it was in Alabama, they got this whole thing of you can't, even if it's rape or whatnot, you can't have an abortion.
Yeah, I think that was passed not too long ago.
But that was in Alabama, correct? I think that was in Alabama, something like that. That right there is ridiculous. Like, I'm not for abortion. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe in abortion, but at the end of the day, you can always discuss that is the women's body, and they got a choice of wanting to have the baby or not.
So Alabama has the Human Life Protection Act, which came about May 15, 2019, and they banned abortion. So he's against abortion. Me personally, I don't have anything wrong with it. I just look at it like this. For instance, right now, the homeless within America is high. It's a lot of homeless people within America. Not only that, it's a lot of homeless kids within America. Not only that, it's a lot of kids that are in foster care in America who are being sexually abused with that sex trafficking and everything.
Yeah,
it's a lot of women who get raped by their uncles, their fathers, their cousins. It's a lot of women who get raped. Period. And when you think of that, for this woman to actually have this kid, it's a constant memory of something that she never wanted. Yeah. So I understand that from a perspective of why women do it, but I just look at it like this. I also find it fascinating that we have a large number of males, politician-wise, males. Dominant is just males telling women what they can and cannot do with their bodies.
Yeah, I personally don't agree with it when it comes to the government itself, period, telling any women or any men how to live their life or they can't have an abortion. Like I said, I'm not for abortion, but I don't discriminate. I don't look down upon any women who has had an abortion. I just can't do that. That's not in me. That's not in my character. Now, if you tell me like, oh, should I? I'm gonna say no, because I'm not for abortion. But like I said, it's a person's choice. I don't agree with the bill that the act they have, the Abortion Act. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that the women have the freedom to do whatever they want. That doesn't mean I'm for it. It just means that that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, and not only women, but males too, they live in that fear of speaking out because they might think that their family might not believe them, because that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go through a certain event, certain situation, and they don't want to speak out because of that. It's like, oh, they're not gonna believe me. That's my uncle. They're not gonna believe me. You have to speak out. That's the biggest thing. I truly believe that you have to talk. You have to speak out. because it only takes one person to believe you. You don't need your whole family to believe you.
That's true.
You know, like you have to be able to say, you know what, this got to end. Because if you speak out, maybe somebody else that was victimized by that same person might speak out. Yeah, like it happened with the whole Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, the Bill Cosby. I think one of the, maybe what was it, 20 years later, 30 years later, just came about the Bill Cosby.
That's crazy.
And a lot of people were saying, why did she wait so long? Okay, you have to speak out, but also it's not a time limit on when you should speak out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it when it's convenient to you.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, you know, I can understand if somebody don't want to talk. You know what I mean? Depending on the scenario and who did it, because that always plays a key into if somebody wants to talk or not. You know, even with the Harvey Weinstein, it took a minute before somebody spoke out. I guess you have to think about it like this too. It depends on the person. If the person feels like, you know what, I have to do it, or I'm gonna let it ride, they're gonna let it ride. But if the person has integrity, I'm not saying that the ones who don't speak out don't have integrity, but there's just gonna be that one person who's gonna say, nah, I'm not gonna let this ride. I'm gonna speak out, because if it happens to me, who knows how many other people done got victimized by him or by her. Because even women do the same thing. It's not only men who rape, it's also women. I read a lot of stories on women raping men and females as well. You know what I mean? And the whole human trafficking, that's a huge problem in America. I mean, all over the world, actually. The whole human trafficking. That's serious. That's something that has to be stopped. You know, the whole, because that's a lot of kids who are being traumatized. Yes.
So traumatized, a lot of words used.
Yeah. And then, like we was talking at the beginning, the whole Antonio Brown situation, right? If he's, you know, guilty, he should pay.
What's crazy that right now, okay, in the Black community, I also find it fascinating that, you know, we can throw names like Bill Cosby and Antonio Brown out there. And for instance, you know, R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one.
Yeah. So I'm noticing a lot of African Americans in general, not to say that they are wrong for what they are thinking. You know, a lot of them are thinking, you know, these three names that we just named, well, I just named R. Kelly, who's been in the spotlight for a hot minute now, Bill Cosby, who's still in the spotlight, and then Antonio Brown, who's now in the spotlight. But then, you know, you got Ben Roethlisberger, who's accused of sexual misconduct.
Yeah,
quarterback.
Oh, that owner, Jerry Richardson, who owned the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, you got it. Okay, what I'm getting at right now is that right now they're looking at how the media portray Black entertainers.
Yeah,
nonstop. It's just this nonstop on the media, rolling. What happened in the Harvey Weinstein case, and why is it not being talked about today?
Yeah.
Why did it just disappear? Like we've been talking about R. Kelly for about 4, 5, 6 months now. You know what I'm saying?
And it's constantly just a Black community.
So yeah, a lot of people feel some type of way about that, which I cannot blame them. I kind of see the media doing that, but at the same time, we need a process. At least these guys are being viewed for what they are. They're predators.
I mean, you're a predator, you're a predator. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, where you come from, where you was raised. I don't care. If you're a predator, and you should be called out for it. You know, and that's the bottom line. I don't care who it is. You know, I know there's certain situations where I know people, right, that has gone through it but haven't spoke out, like they haven't talked about it because they're scarred and they can't. At times, you just can't believe the person who did it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's difficult. I know that's hard to do.
Well, crazy, believe it or not, you know these predators,
right? Yeah.
Like I think we just stated earlier, you know, sometimes, you know, that might be your homeboy or your homegirl. You have to step up and you have to say something when they are sitting here glazing, or, you know, the reason why I say glazing, you know, it's a base. You know what I'm saying? It's shining. They're looking at these kids in high school, or you know, this girl could be 14, but she look 19, 20. But sometimes it can be confusing. Same thing for a male to a woman. He might be tall, might have a mustache, beard. He might look of age. Then again, he may not be.
Yeah.
So when you see them, you know, glaring over there, come on, man. Like,
it's like the
it's
whole.
Like she got a whole school uniform on.
It's like that whole when it came out, that Tyga and that Kylie Jenner.
Oh man, they made that so acceptable.
Yeah, and she was underage, so that, and
her family made it acceptable.
Quote unquote, he should have went to jail.
Hell yeah, what is that, statutory rape?
So, and nobody said nothing about that. To be honest, they was just
like, jokes.
Yeah, they was like, oh, you know, she's underage. I seen that in Wild Out when he was talking about that.
It didn't help that her parents approved of it.
Yeah,
that didn't help.
That's when you start thinking and like, damn, Hollywood is messed up.
Yeah,
Hollywood is disgusting.
Hollywood sometimes send out the wrong messages.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is pretty messed up.
Yeah. I mean, and come on, we can't deny that we know people who like younger girls,
who are predators. Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
For women who like younger guys. You know.
Cougars.
Don't get me wrong. It depends. I can't necessarily call a cougar, yeah, because you know, a cougar is that older woman who just like, if she's 50, she might like a guy that's
20,
21, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting that with the if somebody's 30, he talking to somebody 17, and he say, man, what you talking about? She turned 18 next month. Dude, your ass a predator. Same thing for a woman. Yeah. Just because you paying for his cell phone bill because his mom don't want to pay for it, he live with his mom. You know what I'm saying? He got a backpack on going to. He's not wearing that backpack because of swag. Like, let's just get clear. It ain't because of swag. No, this dude, ain't no grown man walking around no goddamn backpack on.
Yeah.
So this guy got a backpack on. He's probably either ditch school on his way to school. So
yeah, you know, you got to be careful, man, because in the communities, even the ones that you think is safe, it's not safe at all. You have to really watch out the people who lives next to you. I'm not saying stalk them at all, but you have to keep an eye on everybody's around you, because anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? The least person that you think, oh, he'll do this, might be the one who's gonna do it. You know, so that's a big issue, man.
Do you think celebrities get a slap on the wrist when they're accused of rape?
I feel like some of them,
because it's rare that you hear about them going to prison or anything.
Yeah.
And also, you got some situation when it's more likely it's women, because it is rare that a guy does step up and be like, yeah, I've been sexually assaulted or raped. When it comes down to the case dealing with money, a celebrity, a woman will take the money.
Yeah, and just go with it. Or like the whole Donald Trump and.
Yeah, that one right there. Wow, that is wild right there.
But nobody said, like, they can speak out, but what kind of gets me with that is, like, I'm not trying to throw race into it, but what about if it was Obama and they would have like threw all these lawsuits on him that the current president has? They would have impeached this guy quick.
So yeah, so what he getting at right now with the current president, there's a lot of accusations. He's been accused of a lot of stuff before he was the president.
Yeah, and so, still is.
I feel the same way he does. If it was the previous president, they prosecuted this man for wearing I think it was a tan suit, a brown suit.
Yeah,
he was all over the media. They was dragging him through dirt
just because of that,
for wearing a different color suit. Yeah. So if it's something like that can spark an outcry, and then the other individuals kind of looked at like, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
It does speak a lot on America's not only Americans, but ethnic groups within America, and how we will accept certain situations. Like, okay,
because it's a certain person.
Certain person, certain person.
How do you think? What influence do you think music has into all this, or that plays into all this?
You know what? I'm gonna have to say, if I was doing from 100% perspective, I think music plays 30% of the. I have to say rape culture, because if you look lyrics at it, a woman absolutely has the right to wear whatever she want to wear, without a doubt. But then, you know, if you got a music video, what's that hot girl summer stuff?
Hot girl summer, yeah.
If you look at what they doing in the videos, as I was growing up, you could only see that on TV. Was during BET's what's that, Uncut?
Uncut.
So yeah, so now it's all that ass out and twerking within these videos. Is, I guess, it's okay to do. I'm saying it again. A woman has the right to wear what she want to wear. But at the same time, if you being called a thought, I can't remember the rapper's name, but he
all the rappers do it.
Yeah, it is a lot of them. I don't know. I think hip hop music in general does play a role within not only rape culture, because of all the drugs and alcohol, and what these rappers say.
I think social media as well. Social media, I think it plays a part, because nowadays it's like it's susceptible for a woman or a girl to post a picture halfway naked or almost naked or sometimes naked, and everybody likes it. Yeah, everybody comments.
Clothes on or clothes off, you know, do you all day, but if a male was to take his shirt off or sit there pose in a certain type of way, it would not get the same views. Mm-hmm. So for social media aspect, I blame the majority on the guys. Like, we okay this stuff, we make it good, because if she wasn't she was posting a book. Mm-hmm. I just graduated from college. There ain't that many likes. She wouldn't. If she was ass naked with a book, the likes are probably skyrocketing.
Yeah, because she's naked.
If she just covered up with that book, like, okay, I see. Yeah. Scroll.
Yeah.
So,
or the comments would be blasting too, with like heart emojis and you know, because it happens. It happens.
You know, crazy. Just think of us males stepped up, and then, you know, if we was able to shed light on the Me Too move, because it's not. I notice there's not a lot of males that do support the Me Too moves. It's just what I've viewed and done read. It's majority women, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. And politicians only step up if somebody within the Democratic or the Republican Party is accused of it. That's if they step up.
Yeah.
Because I just told y'all about the Brett Kavanaugh situation, and I believe he was a Republican. So just think if males came together to combat the issue.
I think not only males, but just everybody get united. Females, males, kids, everybody. Because this is not only a one gender situation or issue. This is a whole, both genders, you know, that are facing this same scenario, same situations, that are getting raped, they're getting sexually harassed, sexually assaulted. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people out there that are scared to speak. You know what I mean? A lot of people who are afraid of pointing out the person who did it because of the repercussion, or because of society. You know, society has painted this picture of, oh, you can't talk, you know, and that's, you know, nowadays it's like social media, all media outlets are kind of like putting fear into people's head, you know.
One thing I do wish is that they shed light on religion and how they sexually abuse kids, which I think that's.
I mean, it does happen in religion too,
because it happens a lot.
Yeah, in the Catholic Church a lot.
Baptist,
yeah,
it happens everywhere.
I mean, it is. Yeah,
but it's usually on a hush hush. We're not going to talk about this because this is my religion, and because this individual did this, it does not make him a part of us. Now stop that, because he or she was using that,
right,
to prey on kids. They continue to use that to prey on kids, and you.
I mean, I've seen a lot of the stories when it comes to the religion aspect. Pastors in, I think it was like PA in Pennsylvania. I mean, all over in California, everywhere, where they use their status to do what they do. You know what I mean? They prey on dudes, on females. It happens. It happens everywhere you go. I don't care if you're in the religion side, politician side, because even politics do that. Those politicians, they're not saved. They're the same way.
They get away with murder.
They're the first one. They put these laws into play, but they're the first one who do the same
Can't
thing.
follow it.
Yeah.
You even got law enforcement that's been accused of rape.
So it's just a lot of things that come into play when it comes to sexual harassment, sexual assault, the rape scenarios, everything. But where we trying to get into is the whole Me Too movement is we have to, like he said, we have to shed light into it, and we have to support it. Because I support the Me Too movement. You know, with the reading I did, I really believe they're a big influence into today's society and today's communities, and for all females and males. Because it's not only females who they're trying to support, it's also males. Because like I stated, it's in both genders. We both play a part. They both go through the same situations. It's just that females are more victimized because their bodies.
Yeah, with the Me Too movement, anytime you create a platform to give other people voices, you are winning.
Yeah,
right off jump.
Yeah, and that's people don't even do that. And that's why this podcast as well is so important as well, is because we shed light into these scenarios, these situations, stuff that is reality, you know, and we like to speak upon it because there's a lot of, like we said, there's a lot of people who don't want to talk. And the Me Too movement, we as podcasters, we try to use our platforms to help and to promote the right thing, you know. So please go ahead. If you don't know what the Me Too movement is, go check it out and read on it, support them. It's a big thing. And any viewers or any people who are listening, any supporters, if you've gone through that scenario, or you know somebody who went through that scenario, who has been victimized, speak out or help them through the process so they can speak out and they can heal. Like I said, I know you can't heal that, but you can at least help them to, you know, grow out of it. And yeah, because I know it's serious. It's a serious thing.
So if you looking for somebody to talk to, you got the National Sexual Assault Hotline. That's on 1-800-656-4673. That's a National Sexual Assault Hotline. That number is 1-800-656-4673. So there is, you know, different methods of actually reaching out to get help.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be willing to do so, which is quite difficult.
Yeah. Or if you need any type of resource that you might think we can help you with, just email us at theindependenthustlepodcast@gmail.com. You can email us and we can always send you the information. All right. So don't be scared to speak out, because it's very important. It's important. Your life is important. All females, kids, males, everybody's life is important. We have to speak out. We have to start getting united and talk about this, because we can't keep it on the hush hush anymore. Like, those people who are doing these terrible acts, they have to go to jail. You can't, I don't care who it is. So once again, thank you for supporting us. My name is Tony once again. And yeah, thank y'all for supporting. Have a great day.